Well, in February, I will be presenting two different bands and two different repertoire, very very distinct. On the February 7th and 8th, I will be playing with my quintet at the Jazz Gallery. And the quintet it's which is the instrumentation is piano, drum set, bass, trumpet, and saxophone. And with that quintet, I've been really researching and investigating in all different kinds of traditions from different parts of the world, and we've been fusing that with jazz and also with contemporary music. So the approach is very much within that language and that aesthetic, the aesthetics of jazz and the aesthetics of contemporary music. So the music could be very angular, but it could be at the same time very melodic and very 21st century at the same time. So this is on the 7th and the 8th. Then on the 19th of February, uh, I will be playing with the Bohemian Trio at the top of the Rockefeller Center, and also with the Bohemian Trio, we will perform again on February 28th at the Jazz Gallery. Now with the Bohemian Trio, it's my latest musical journey, and in this case, we've been exploring more with long form within the classical music tradition and also contemporary music tradition, uh, having influences from from the Americas, having influences also from the modernist and the contemporary composers from Europe and also all over the world, and it's more my opportunity to really venture uh, more seriously within chamber music, and the fact that the instrumentation is cello, piano, and saxophone, which is very unusual. It it make us think all the time, and it made us uh, really prepared. How are we going to put things together in order to get the perfect balance, and in order to get also uh, the best out of the instrument and out of the ensemble. So it's been a goal for me. It's write a lot of repertoire for the trio, because I must admit it's a format that an instrumentation that I never wrote for before. So there's a lot of things. It's been a learning process at the same time by going back in history and listening to all the legacy that exists from the greatest composer in the rich and vast trio repertoire, and then see how I can advance all this information and put it in a context where I can use also my roots. In this case, I was born in Cuba, and coming from a family that a very eclectic family. I consider my family. My roots from my mother are from Haiti, completely from Haiti, and then from my father are from Jamaica and Spain, from Canary Island. So therefore, uh, right when even before I was born, I was already in ceremonies, uh, traditional music and Afro-Cuban music ceremonies, and learning from the beginning all this legacy, and that still prevails in Cuba. So to me, it is important to bring all this knowledge that I've been acquiring since I was little, and that I'm still learning, because I go back all the time, every year, and do a lot of research about different traditions that are almost getting in extinctions in the island, and so this is part of the way that I keep recharging the batteries, or the way that I keep bringing new material for inspiration as a composer. My first instrument is saxophone, but I started studying music with violin at the age of 5 years old, because my father is a violinist and a checker player. Checker is the gourd that had beats in the outside. He's considered like the master of that instrument in Cuba. So since he was practicing violin all the time, that was for us the main inspiration at home. So my other two brother and I, we all decided to study violin at the very early age, 5 years old we were. And my father wasn't so keen in having us learning because he knew how much sacrifice was behind a decision like become a musician. But we were really, really interested. So he didn't have any other choice that find us a private teacher. And then from then on, it started all the then we couldn't play anymore with our friends on Saturday. Saturdays because the teacher would come on Sunday for the class for the lesson, so we needed to prepare. So we had to learn at very early age about discipline and about how much sacrifice was into music. So we didn't understand it then, but then I realized that throughout the years that it was like the best thing that could happen to all of us at home.